Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and for today's video I'm gonna show you how to crochet this reversible drawstring bag. So with this project I have used an Indofill 4-ply yarn, and if you have watched my previous video we have made this inverted granny square motif. So I hope that you stay until the end, and do not forget to subscribe if you're new to my channel. So I have made a separate tutorial on how to crochet this inverted granny square, and you can see the link in the description box. So to join them, we're going to work a row of single crochets. So dun sa pinaka corner, we're going to chain one single crochet into that same stitch, and on both stitches, we're going to do one single crochet. So itutuloy lang natin yan hanggang sa ma-reach natin yung dulo. And there should be a total of 20 single crochets. So pagdating natin sa pinakadulo, do not forget dun sa may corner niya, we will work one more single crochet to make a total of 20 single crochets. Chain 1, fasten off, and then ito na siya pag nakabit niyo na yung mga granny squares lahat. So bale, magiging round siya at meron tayong 5 pieces. So join the one at a time. And then for the circle base, we're gonna make a magic ring. And tapos we're gonna chain 2, which doesn't count as any stitch. And then we're gonna work 10 double crochet into the ring. So after working 10 double crochets into the ring, we're gonna slip stitch on top of the first double crochet made. Ngayon, we're going to work round 2. So we're gonna chain 2 again, and this doesn't count as any stitch. And then we're gonna work 2 double crochet into the same stitch. So in this round, we're gonna work 2 double crochet into every stitch around. Once done, we're gonna work a slip stitch on top of the very first double crochet made. So for round 3 naman, we're gonna chain 2 again, 1 double crochet into the same stitch, and then into the second stitch we're gonna work an increase or 2 double crochets. So that is going to be the sequence: 1 double crochet and 2 double crochet into the next. After that, we're gonna end around with a slip stitch on top of the first double crochet made. Round 4 naman tayo, so chain 2 and then 1 double crochet into the same stitch, 1 double crochet into the next, and then into every third stitch. That is when we're gonna work an increase or 2 double crochet. So ulitin lang natin yan until we get back around. Once we get back around, don't forget na yung pinaka last stitch dapat lagi siyang 2 double crochets or increase. And then lagi nating slip stitch dun sa first double crochet. So ito nga pala yung pattern hanggang round 10, kasi next clip ipapakita ko sa inyo yung hanggang round 10 na. Ito na siya after finishing round 10. So don't forget na dapat nakalagay sa tamang position yung increase niya, and then maglalagay ako ng plastic canvas parang pinakapatigas niya sa gitna, and gagawa pa ako ng isang piraso. Ito nga pala yung size niya, just in case na may magtanong sa inyo. Gugupitin ko yung part na to kasi hindi siya round pag nasama ko siya. And mas maganda sana kung kasukat nung circle, pero unfortunately wala na akong available na ibang size. Now, after ko makagawa ng isa pang circle, so gagawin ko siyang parang sandwich, nakapagit na yung plastic canvas, and then mag-work ako ng double crochets. Pero bago yon, i-weave in ko muna yung mga ends para neat siyang tignan at hindi siya basta-basta makakalas. Once done, I will place the red one on top of the green one, pero wrong sides facing each other. Kasi yung mga right sides niya, dapat ang nasa labas kasi we're going to make this bag reversible. So, yung right side dapat ang nakikita sa labas. And then, this is how we do it. We're gonna insert it into the front loop only because we're gonna use the back loop later on because we're gonna work a few rounds to make another parang bag na rin because it's going to be reversible. So, after chaining 2, 1 double crochet into the same stitch, 1 double crochet on both loops and on the front loop of the other piece. Hindi ko muna nilagay yung plastic canvas. Once I get halfway through, saka ko insert yung plastic canvas. Once done, ganito ang itsura niya. So, make sure that you have left, the back loops kasi we're gonna work on that once we finish attaching the inverted granny squares. But, then, we're gonna make one more round of these 1 double crochet into each stitch around. So, we should have a total of 100 double crochets by the end of this round. So, dapat consistent yung number of stitches natin para hindi lopsided yung magawa natin bag. Once we are done, yung ginawa nating inverted granny squares na pinagdugtong-dugtong natin, we're going to join it. So, finlip ko muna yung granny square, wrong sides, and then after that, i-slip stitch muna natin and then chain 1, tapos i-join na natin yung granny square. So, makikita nyo, wrong sides, both are facing each other. And then, I'm working 1 single crochet to join the circle. So, dapat they will have the same amount of stitches around. And then, once we get to each corner of the squares, what I'm doing is I am working a slip stitch into the very first stitch on the sides of the square and then continue working single crochets on both stitches. So, I'm doing this to create a ridge para neat ang seam niya at hindi maluwang yung butas. So, once done, we're going to work a few more rounds dun sa side na to. But I will just show you what's going to happen on the other side. So, this one naman will work in rows, but we'll add another design. We will do a Jacob's ladder stitch. So, after chaining 2, we're gonna work 1 double crochet into the same stitch. And once we finished working the 10th stitch, that is where we're gonna make a loop. So we're gonna chain 9 and then slip stitch into the same stitch. So after ko ma-reach yung 10th stitch, I'm going to chain 9 and then slip stitch into the same stitch. Go under the 2 loops and then work a slip stitch, and then we're just going to repeat this sequence. So into every 10th stitch, we're gonna make this loop. So once we get back around, we're going to make our last loop, and then after slip stitching, we're going to work a slip stitch on top of the first double crochet made. So now we'll repeat this until we get to the height that we want. So dapat yung height nito same as the height nung nasa red na ginagawa natin with the granny squares. So for beginners, medyo nakakalito ito sa umpisa kasi minsan mahirap ma-spot kung ano yung 10th stitch, and you just have to make sure na at the end of each round you still have 100 stitches in total. And then after I reach the height I want for this bag, I will show you what it's going to look like. Now, I flipped it first because I'm gonna show you how to end the round with the inverted granny squares. And ito yung pinaka last part niya. So I did double crochet 2 together when you get to the middle of the stitch between 2 granny squares motif. And then after this, I will also work 1 double crochet into every stitch around. So same din siya ng total amount of stitches, and this is how I end the stitch, doing 2 double crochet together, and then to end the round, slip stitch on top of the first double crochet made. So medyo mahirap doing this round, but the next rounds will be just very easy. We'll just work 1 double crochet into every stitch around. So once done, I did about 6 rounds of 1 double crochet into every stitch around. Yung last 2 rounds naman, 10 individual double crochets, tig to 2 rows sila. So this will make a hole para sa ating drawstring bag. And I am going to do the same on the other side of this bag para same sila ng hole and para maging reversible sila. So I will just show you how it's done, working 2 rows of a total of 10 double crochets for each row. So with Jacob's ladder, kailangan isa-isa nyong ito-twist yung mga loops na nagawa after you have finished the last round. So para siyang braided na stitch, which is really nice. So after working the loops, we're gonna slip stitch, and then we're gonna chain 2, work 1 double crochet into each of the remaining stitches. So dapat for this row, there should be a total of 10 double crochets. And then we'll make 1 more row of this. So dahil hiwa-hiwalay sila, ang purpose nito is to make a hole for the drawstring bag. So after we finished, we're gonna chain 1, fasten off. You can weave in if you want, and then as you can see, pareho lang yung kabila na red, and then once you flipped it, you just need to choose where you want to work your edging, kasi this time we're going to work single crochets para ma-close yung hole natin. So after making a slip knot, we're gonna work our first single crochet. Make sure that you are joining both stitches together. For each rows, dapat we should have a total of 10 single crochets. And then once we get to the other 10 individual double crochets, we're going to work just a regular single crochet. So this way we will be able to connect to make the hole for the drawstring, and we'll be repeating this round for 2 more times to create the edging. So after that, we're just going to work another 10 individual single crochets on the next one. After we finish the first round, itong second round na to, we're gonna attach the D-rings or whatever rings you have in there. So I have here the rectangular ones, and you can buy this online. If you're outside the Philippines, you can buy on Amazon. I bought this on Shopee. You can also buy this one on Lazada. So ganyan ko siya ilalagay. I'm gonna work about 6 single crochets around this D-ring. So first, I'm going to work a few stitches. Dapat pareho sila ng placement, dulot-dulo. And then, dapat yung design niya is nakapagitna para hindi siya tabingi. So, once I get to the other end, ganun din, ikakabit ko din siya the same way. Tapos, yun. This is how it looks like. And then, ang next natin is, ibabaliktad ko siya. Tapos, itatry na natin ilagay yung string. But before that, I am going to add an edging. You can use a crab stitch. In my case, after chaining one, work a slip stitch into the same stitch, chain one, then slip stitch into the same stitch. So yun lang, para lang din siyang crab stitch, but you can do the crab stitch if you want, if you do not like this, or you can skip this. So next is gagawa naman tayo ng string. So make a slip knot. I'm going to chain 2. By the way, this is called a Romanian cord. I have a quick tutorial you can watch on my channel. After chaining 2, on the first chain made, we're going to pull up a loop, then pull through 2 loops. We're going to turn, and you will see the loop there. You're going to go under that, and then yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2. Turn, you will see a twisted loop. You go under that, and then yarn over, pull through those twisted loops, and then yarn over and pull through 2. We'll repeat this until we get to the length we desire. So after nito, I'm gonna just cut off the yarn, and then maglalagay din ako ng bead sa bawat dulo nito. Ito nga pala yung ginamit ko na bead, para siyang ginagamit sa mga rasta clat na bracelets na nauso noon. So, marami pa ako natirang mga bead na ganito. So, you can add beads if you want. This is also optional. And then, I will stick it with glue. At eto na siya pag natapos. So, now we're gonna make the strap. For the strap naman, we're gonna make a chainless half double crochet foundation. So, after making a slip knot, we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and after chaining 3 on the first chain made, we're gonna insert the hook. We yarn over first, insert the hook, then we're gonna pull up a loop, and then yarn over and pull through 1 loop only, yarn over and pull through all loops, and then yarn over into the first half double crochet made, the bottom stitch. We're gonna insert the hook and pull through 1 loop, yarn over and pull through all loops. So we're gonna repeat this until we get to the length that we want for our strap. So once we're done, we're gonna work the second row. So we're gonna chain 2 and then turn 1/2 double crochet into that first stitch where your chain 2 is, and then we keep on doing that until we get to the end of the row.